So today we're going to do my Shop My Stash. I'm excited because I'm ready to switch out some of these. So I think straight away though, I'm going to keep these in because I have been using these two Garnier vitamin C SPFs and they actually work. I've been testing them, they work. I've been using them for months now, but now I'm in the sun. I can attest that they do, in fact, work. I'm gonna keep them out because it's nice and sunny. I've been using the Glam Shop a lot. I'm wondering if I should keep it out. I don't know, you can see I have a lot of windowing. I've been pairing it with my Maybelline, which is just a little too dark for me, but no, actually, let's just swap it out. I've been enjoying it. I've been going into my Dior. This is the newest one, the Glow Luminizer. This is so beautiful. I've been really enjoying this. I haven't gone into it too much, but every time I've got into it, I've really enjoyed it. And you can see the embossing is getting a little ruined. It's so gorgeous though. I just love looking at this. I got my two Singe Beauty blushes here. This one I definitely went into a couple times. This is the Riveting Rhubarb. I think this one only went into it once, the Persistent Persimmon. I think I'm going to leave this one out because I don't think I went into it enough. Did go into my Essence Skin Loving Concealer quite a few times. Also went into Douglas. It's been in my Shop My Stash for 2 months now. This is a highlighting palette. So I'm going to be rolling this one out now because I did get quite a fair amount of use on that one. My What's Up Beauty Serengeti highlighter. I think I neglected this one. I'm going to keep this one out too. My Essence Skin Loving Hydrating foundation. I really love this foundation. I think it's so good for me. I'm going to roll it out, but I do really enjoy it. And then I've got a MAC blush. This is the That's Peachy blush. You know what? I think I want to keep this one out. So I'm going to keep this one out as well. This one I will be putting back in my drawer. So this is from Gloss Goss. This is the Love Bug liquid blush. And I did go into this a few times. My Nabla powder. This is just a pressed powder. I really enjoy this product. And I thought I was going to hit pan in this update and I haven't. But it's fine. It's not a focus at all, but it's very close. And then my e.l.f. one, I did go into this a few times. I do really like this. I'm wondering if I should keep it out. Do you like to use it in the summer? I think I will keep this one out as well. So I'm keeping quite a few things out. These, however, can go back in my drawer. So I have the Skinderella from Gloss Goss. This is just a priming mask, and I just use it as a primer. And then the Essence Pore Minimizing Serum, Hello Good Stuff. This one I did use a few times as well. So these will be going back in my drawers. Okay, moving on to lip products. These are all of the lip products that I used this month, which is quite a lot. What was I thinking? So I think I'm guaranteed going to use these again this month. I use these all the time. It's the 8-Hour Matte Liquid Lipstick from Essence, and also one of the 8-Hour Comfort Liners from Essence. I think I've gone into all of them, but the red one this month, or maybe I think at least 3 of them. I've gone into this Winnie Matte Pro lipstick. This is a really nice lipstick. It's very matte though, so I had to put some lip gloss on it because it was a little drying for this time of year. Then I also went into my LA Girl Surge lipstick, which is just a fun color. Went into my YSL. This is, I keep forgetting what this is called. I know this is the watermelon. This is the Love Shine Candy Glaze lip stick, but I think it's the watermelon one, whatever that one's called. I also went into my smoothie stick from the Beauty Crop, and I just love this color for this time of year. I'm sure I'll go into that one. This is a new item for me. This is from Makeup Revolution. It's one of their lipsticks. This is the Lover Nude. I love this. This was so much creamier than I expected, and I'm a huge fan of this, so really enjoyed that one. Went into my MCO Beauty, oops. Oh, where did that go? Like disappeared. Okay, I went into this one. I think I wiped this one off though because it was a little too dark. All right, next up went into my Peach Poppy from Maybelline that I really kind of want to finish. I think I could do it. Went into one of my Glam Shop lipsticks. This is the nude one. I really like this. My Fenty lip gloss here. I also went into my NYX This Is Milky lip gloss. This is the Salted Caramel color. Went into one of my lifter glosses from Maybelline. This is the shade Stone. A lot of nudes, as you can see. Maybelline Lifter Gloss again. This is the amber shade. Went into my Makeup Factory. This is just my nude lipstick, which I really, really enjoy. Went into three of my Nomad Cosmetics lip glosses, which they no longer have. This was in the Fête de Provence range. Really, really love these. Went into my Gloss Gauze lip oil. This is the shade Smitten. 2 more of the Essence lip comfort liners. This one I really, really enjoyed. It's their chocolate or chestnut perfection. It's like a deep, deep chocolate. And then, I mean, I like all of them, to be fair. Went into my ColourPop Lippy Sticks. This is the color Dreamsicle. Went into L'Oreal. This is the color Rose Tendre. Like a really nice rose, like really pink rose color. Went into my Kiko Milano Dreamforia Hydrating Lip Oil. This is nice. Went to the Miss Piggy from Ciate London, a bright, bright pink. So I was either going really neutral or really bold this month. The NYX Line Loud in the shade Trophy Life, which is, I think it was the wrong color. I went into this by mistake. And then I also went into, this is a Rimmel London lip liner. I can't remember the shade of this, but went into this one. And then lastly, I also went into my Glam Shop. This is a glossy tinted lip balm, which is really lovely. Okay, so it's a little messy in here. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little messy, but I did get some new items last month that I really want to try out more. I've tried them, but I want to try out more. So first one that is calling to me is this one. This is the Essence So Cherry Happy Blush Lighter. This is just beautiful. This is just too cute not to use. So I really want to pull that and use a little bit more. I think in terms of a primer, I really want to pull, I'm going to pull a couple one. I think I'm going to pull this one. This is from Glam Shop. This is, I think it's trying to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury, but it's not a dupe, but it's still nice. So I'm going to pull this. It's one of these really glowy sort of light base ones. And then I also want to grab, what else did I want to grab? I think it was this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to grab this. This is the NYX Freezy Face. It's a cooling primer. I'm not entirely sure why I feel like grabbing this, but I'm going to grab it. It's just a really weird one, and I don't know why I have it. So I just want to get a little bit more use on it and just see if I like it. I do have more SPFs here, but I'm not going to go into them yet. And then I think in terms of maybe a foundation wise, let's go into, what's something I haven't used in a while? Thinking either one of these two, so either the NYX Blur or the Sika Clearing BB Cream. I think I'm going to go in the Purito one, actually. I think this one would be a better fit. I also want to use, or try to use, this Revolution Hydro Cool Baking Powder a little bit more. I have tried it. It was the weirdest thing in the world. Felt like I was putting water under my eyes. It was really cooling. And I don't know if it's really for me. So I want to pull that. But I also want to pull another powder just in case that doesn't really work out for me. Let's go and pull, let's pull the e.l.f. one. I haven't used this one in a while. This is very glowy. But I think for the summer it'll be fine. So yeah, this is the Halo Glow Setting Powder. I'm going to pull this one. And then I think also I want to grab, do I need my bronzing drops? Maybe I will grab this just to play around. I'm not sure if I'm going to need it at this point, but I think I will grab this just because I think the Sika Cream, I can't remember if it's too light. It's a really good shade match, but it might end up being too pale for me. So I think I can mix these two. Or I can mix this with my Maybelline in my Project Pan. So I might not even end up using this, but I wanted to still play around with it. It's new for me. I think I also want to pull one of my Baby Got Blush ones. This is the peach one. What's the number 40? But it's just such a pretty color. So I want to pull this one. I'm also going to pull this. This is the Makeup Revolution Skin Silk Under Eye Brightener and Concealer. I'm not sure about this. I tried it and I'm not sure about it. So I'm going to pull this. And I'm also going to pull my ABH concealer as well. I'm not super dry anymore, so I think this is quite drying. So the more I can get use out of this, the better. So I'm going to pull these two. I think I also want to pull these two. I'm going to pull my face palette from, no, am I going to pull this? Yes, I'm going to pull my face palette from Beauty Bay and just try to get some use out of all of these shades. I'm not entirely sure if I will, but I'm going to pull that. And then I also want to pull my Gourmande Girls Mermaid Magic palette just for fun. Why not? I'm going to pull that as well. I think I'm also going to pull this. This is new for me. This is part of the Essence So Cherry Happy range, and it's the face primer. And I did try this last week, and I want to get, I don't know, I want to get a better opinion about it. It was nice. It was more of a serum-y primer. It wasn't, I thought it was going to be like super thick and sticky, which it wasn't, which is quite nice. I do appreciate that. But I'm going to pull this one. I think because I left some items from last month, I'm going to leave it at that. And then I'm also working on I'm working on a couple of bronzers, so I'm not going to pull any bronzers right now. So I think we're going to leave it as that. Okay, so I do have quite a lot of palettes in here. This is the drawer I'm definitely going to be changing soon because it's just not working out for me. I need to put the palettes closer to me and maybe rearrange some things. I just want to say all the palettes that I did grab in my Lash Shop My Stash, I did end up using, and I put them back. So just FYI, I've already used them, and I would have spoken about majority of them in like all the palettes that I used the previous month. There is just one palette that I used this month, however, that I did not speak about it, which I will speak about in that next video. So regardless, you would have seen all the palettes that I did end up grabbing. I think for today, I want to grab this one. I have not used this yet. This is one of the Icon palettes from Revolution. This is the Muse Icon, and I don't know, I want to see what all the fuss is about. This is the only one that I grabbed, so I don't know if this is the best Icon palette to try, but I have it in my collection now, so I'm going to pull this one. I also really want to pull something else. You'll notice that there's a lot of palettes in here where I have like decluttered, or I'm going to be depotting shades, and I just haven't depotted them yet, so they are still in here. And that's why they're here. So just so you know that. I'm going to grab my Makeup Revolution. This is the Astro Nova palette. I want to play around with this a little bit more. I'm not entirely sure if it's for like the whole palette that I'm really craving or just these pops of color. Probably the pops of color, but I'm going to grab this just to see what I can do with it. And then there are some palettes over here that I want to grab. I want to grab the Color of Rain from Gloss God. This one's really pretty, but I also have like this one in mind for a video that I want to do this upcoming month, and I think it will work. Obviously all shimmer aside from the black, but really enjoy this, and I want to play around with it a little bit more. I think there's also this other one that is kind of similar. This is the Gal on the Moon, and I want to play with this one as well because again, it has some pops of color, so it's kind of interesting. So I can definitely use these as companion palettes this month. I also want to go into my Killer Purr from Menagerie. I really enjoy this palette, and I just want to get more use out of it, especially for this time of year. I do have the Nearly Natural palette from Glaminatrix that I'm already working on, so I'm not going to pull it for like this video because I'm already basically using it. So that's why I'm not pulling it now. I'm wondering if I should try to get more use on something else, or maybe from a different drawer. Maybe the Artemis from Alter Ego. I haven't used this in a while. Maybe I want to use this month. It might clash with my Pan That palette, honestly, but it's actually more, no, it's more warm tone than that. So maybe I'll grab this as well. And then why not? Let's go with the Cosmic Beauty Delicious Delights. And this looks like this for some obviously bright colors. So it is a few hours later. I did that this morning and I am ready to do my makeup. I have just been working. I made myself another coffee. I've had lunch. So now I'm just ready to play with some makeup, do a little shop my stash. We're going to play with everything that I pulled. We're supposed to have a heat wave today, but it's all cloudy, so I don't really know what's going to happen. I was going to spend the day outside, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. So we're going to put a lot of makeup on because why not? All right, I think this one is going to be the one that we're going to go into first. This is the Essence So Cherry Happy Face Primer, and I got it because I got that blush, which we'll try. I'll put it on today. This one I tried once. This is kind of like a serum, if I remember. Yeah, so it's very light. The only thing I don't like is obviously you pump it here and then there's no flat surface. This reminds me of one of the serums that I just got from Makeup Revolution, where it literally is the same bottle. I'm sure they have the same manufacturer. And I have to put the lid on and then put it upside down to close it. This does smell like cherries. So if you like cherries, you really might like this collection from Essence. I did get this online. And I think there were a few lip products that I could have got, but I really didn't want to get them because they didn't look very interesting to me. So I just got this base primer, the blush. The blush is really what I ultimately wanted. They had another one that looked really pretty, but that was not on Not a No, at least when I shopped there. So I was in the sun a little bit over the weekend, so I was wearing SPF, but obviously I didn't put it right at the tip. So I have a little bit of red here, but otherwise the rest of my face, I think I was able to protect. So oops. Anyway, let's go into, what do I want to do? I don't know what I'm doing. Let's go into, I'm just looking at everything I've pulled. I'm going to go into this one here. This is the Glam Shop. I can't remember what this is called. I know it has a specific name, but I can't remember. So we're just going to go into this, and it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's thick. Definitely would consider it more of a starting product, like more of a primer, because it doesn't have really any coverage at all, and it just gives a nice little glow to the face, but doesn't really do anything else. It does smell nice though. So I guess we're going in with two primers. This one more of a glow though, and this is actually really nice for the summer because I've not been really wanting to wear that much makeup. Obviously when the sun is out, I want the sun on my skin, so I don't want to have like tons and tons of foundation on. So for those clean girl days, this is actually quite a nice product. You could see, if you wanted to not have any coverage, you could just go out like this. Okay, so I did grab this. I might mix it with this depending on how light it is. I can't remember what this looks like. I think it was a really good shade match for me. This is from Purito, and I always thought that they just had skincare, but then I picked this up, I don't know, what was it, last year? I think this is a really, really nice foundation, and let's hope that I still like it because it's been a little bit of time since I've used it. Yeah, it is gonna be a little too pale for me. So, okay, this is gonna be too pale. So I'm glad that I grabbed this because it's way too pale. I'm like a little ghost. I'm just gonna put this on my foundation brush, and we're just gonna like tap this in. I don't know how this, I should have mixed them probably before, or maybe this will work. I'm not like overly tan, this is definitely too pale. Okay, I mean, this is why I got these bronzing drops. Obviously they've been around for a long time from Makeup Revolution, but I just wanted to try them, and I have noticed a lot of my foundation is just too pale for me. It still doesn't look the right shade, but I think I would have done better had I mixed them before applying to the face. It's not so bad because we'll add some bronzer, so yeah, we'll add some bronzer over the top of this. I'm sure some people use this as bronzer, right? Like as like a liquid bronzer. I think that's kind of what it is, right? But I'm just going to use it as like a mixing agent, right? I still think this is like the wrong color, but I really do like this foundation. Like, don't look at this and be like, oh, that's a horrible foundation. I think it's actually really nice. It's pretty medium to full coverage potentially. Actually, I wouldn't say it's full coverage, but I think it's like a nice medium coverage. All right, I've just wet my sponge. I'm not very prepared this morning. Well, this afternoon actually. It's the afternoon now. I'm just gonna tap that in. There's been quite a lot going on. So I think I mentioned this in a few videos, not a few weeks ago. Some of my videos like had weird lightings because we had painters here. So the whole house has been painted and it looks brand new. I'm so excited. It looks so good. Like it looks still a very traditional Portuguese house, but it just looks so good. And they painted the rails, they've done the gate. I mean, I'm just like so happy because my house now looks so nice and clean. And I don't know, there's just something about that. Like it took a long time. It did take a long time. They were here for 3 weeks. They still have one more thing to do, but I just, that's been going on and I'm very, very happy with the results. I'm like really, really happy with the results. I also received, like I had to get my birth certificate apostilled, and my birth certificate is a UK birth certificate, so I have to do this all online, like send it over to the UK and receive it back in order to get married here in Portugal. So I finally received that too. So now we can go back to the lawyer and she's going to sort it out, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can actually get married at some point in the near future, which has just been such a long time coming. So a lot of things happening, which I'm quite pleased about. Let's look at some concealer. I'm going to go into the Revolution Skin Silk. I've only used this once and I honestly wasn't sure of it really. It's kind of a weird, it's a weird formula. I knew the applicator was like this. It's like a metal applicator, but it's actually really nice and soothing. But the formula is really like thin, but also not thin everywhere. So I'm not sure if I'm a fan. I'm just gonna go with my sponge because I want this to be pretty light. I mean, it is brightening. It's just definitely no coverage. It's just more brightening concealer, which is fine. I do dark circles though, so some coverage is quite nice sometimes. But I think with the right lighting, you can balance it out. Look at me. Who am I talking about my under eyes like I know what I'm doing, and then they always look so terrible. So I've done that. I'm going to go into the Makeup Revolution. This is the Hydra Cool. This is a cooling baking powder. It's the weirdest thing. If you've never tried something like this before, and you like trying new makeup, like try this. I find it the weirdest thing, but maybe I'm also just clueless, and this is not that innovating or anything like that. I don't even know if it ends up. I'm just going on the poof. Probably have too much on there, but it is like putting wet powder on my face. It's what it feels like. Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I still have a little bit of a cold, a little bit of a cough. It's just one of these things that wants to linger. And, you know, it's the perfect timing. Like, of course, for the summer, I want to feel like this. Cooling. You can see, do you see all my freckles? I actually have real freckles. I really do. I know I do faux freckles a lot, but I can see my freckles poking out. I'm not mad about that. It's kind of a weird thing though. It's not full coverage again. It's like it's like lifted all of that foundation that was there or concealer that was there, and now I see all my freckles. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I do not know. Okay, so for bronzer, I'm just gonna go into the Beauty Bay bronzer, and we're just going to use this. It's actually a little, well, actually no, the color is still good. Color payoff is still good on this. I do have some bronzer on here from a different bronzer though, so I don't know how much this is actually coming from the Beauty Bay, because I've been going into my Ofra one for my Project Pan, and that one is quite a bit deeper. But I think this Beauty Bay has a decent coverage. It's really just the highlighter that I'm not a fan of on here, but maybe I'll change my mind on that. That really is the weirdest thing. It's like all these freckles have suddenly appeared. Isn't that the weirdest thing? I don't know how that happened. Okay, so let's go into this because I'm actually super excited. I have been wanting to try one of these Icon palettes for a long time, and I just didn't know if it was worth it. And I've seen so many people rave about them, and then some of you in the comments said I should also try them too. And I know, obviously, I know Makeup Revolution from their other type of palettes, but obviously this is supposed to be a different type of formula in terms of the shimmers. And then they do have cream here, which I'm not entirely sure how to use the creams. All right, so the creams have they had a little plastic cover on, which I might try to put back. I think I would have really preferred to have like a brown cream. We have this sort of gray. I don't know why we would want a gray cream, because I feel like a brown would have worked a lot better. So I'm not sure if I'm even going to go into the cream, unless I want to do pink, but I don't really feel like, maybe I'll go into this actually, because we could do gray with a pop of pink. I mean, that's all this palette is, right? So what do I use with this? How do I use this item? All right, I think I'm going to go into this. Okay, I'm going to use this brush. So I'm not sure what brush to use for this. I'm going to go into this gray cream shadow, and we're going to put this on the lids, and I'm just going to see how this works. I mean, it's there, it's pigmented. Something's going on the lids. I was going to use an eye base, but I think we're just going to wing it and see how this looks without anything on my lids, just to see. I do actually kind of like this color on my eyes. I don't know what it is. I do like gray in general. I like wearing gray, and maybe it's just because of the brown eyes, but I actually kind of like this. I'm gonna do a summer trend, like makeup trends video, because I know I did spring, and I've seen what the summer trends are already. And I think cool tone is one of them, like cool tone eyes, pops of neon is another one. But I don't want to spoil that video because obviously I haven't built it, so I kind of want to go into it more blind than anything. So yeah, this is very creamy. I wonder if this is gonna set. Probably not. I'm just gonna have to use the eyeshadow to set it. It's not bad. I don't know what to compare this to though. It's so much creamier than I expected. Okay, I'm just going with my finger now. I thought it might be similar to maybe the cream to powders, not like Natasha Denona, but maybe trying to be like that, or even the Alter Ego ones. But this feels balmy. This actually just feels balmy and a little sticky. So I'm wondering if it does dry down. It's a nice color. I actually kind of like the color. I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely, you can see how squishy it is. I don't know if you even noticed that, but yeah, it's a very soft formula. Ooh, so let's just see. I mean, it's not, I wonder if I need to wait for it to set. There's no gray shadow really for me to go down on there. So I would have to maybe go in with a shimmer, and then, or maybe we do, maybe, oh, okay. I think I'm figuring it out. Okay, maybe we'll go into this dark gray. It's like a gunmetal gray. I'm gonna go here, this one. I'm really just winging this. Okay, this is pretty. This is gonna be quite a smoky look. I mean, it has to be at this point, right? I've been doing a lot of warm tone looks. Well, not a lot, but more warm tone looks. So going for something a little bit smokier and cool toned is always fun. Okay, I'm making a mess for sure. Yeah, I would just say like the cream is kind of messy. I'm wondering if you really need it. Do people use the creams in these palettes? And if they do, what for? I mean, that's pretty, but I think it would be pretty without it. Okay, I'm gonna go into this one over it. No. Yeah, well, let's go into this one. It's like a gray blue, but it might just be more, oh, it's actually more just, oh, wow, look at this. Okay. Okay, so this formula is different to their other palettes for sure. This is very pretty. I can see why people said to try it, because this is very pretty. Very metallic. Why don't they do all of their palettes like this? If they can do it in these little icon palettes, they should do it everywhere, right? I wonder, do you think they copied the BH Cosmetics formula for this? I wouldn't say this is similar to BH, but maybe they learned something or they took inspiration. I don't really know what happened with all of that. This is pretty. Okay. I really wasn't going to go for like a gray look today. I do want to use something else. Maybe, oh, what should we do? I've kind of put myself into a corner now. I really wanted to go into this one. I'm wondering if we could do that like in the inner corner. Could we do something like that? Would that even work? Probably not, right? This is pretty, but I do think the creams are not needed. You know, I think a matte would have been just absolutely fine. I'm going to go into this one here. I don't think anything's going to come off from it, but I'm just going to put this underneath. Yeah, I think that gray metallic is really pretty. I really want to go into, I'm going to go into this peach because this looks really pretty too. That doesn't look as nice of a formula as the other one, but I think that might be quite nice in the inner corner. Or I could just go into this one and be pretty basic, but that one would be perfect in here. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go into that peach. I am gonna go into that peach. I am gonna put it in my inner corner, and then we'll go in with the lighter one just underneath. We'll just see if we can have like a little bit. Oh wait, I went into the wrong one. This is the pink. I was gonna go into the peach and I went into the pink. Okay, so we're going into the pink instead. Okay. I would think I would do really well if they had a mirror. I'm getting lost as to what I'm doing, I think, but it's fine. Okay, we went into the pink instead, which works just fine. Would have been nice to go with the peach, but whatever. We did not do that. My mind was not thinking like that. I feel like I have shadow all up here because of that cream. All right, I think, okay, I am going to go into this white one. Well, it's not the white one, but it's this very nice pop. I'm going to put this down here. I always put too much when I put them down there, but I think that's quite, I went like this. I think it's quite nice. What am I doing? This is nice. I'm liking this. I'm actually really pleasantly surprised with the formula. You can definitely tell it's a different type of shadow. Let me just swatch some of those. So just swatch them. Yeah, this gunmetal is definitely interesting, but they're a lot lighter and they definitely seem a little bit more indie. Like, you know, obviously they're not indie quality, but it's definitely leaning more in that direction with some of the changes that they made. So I'm very curious. Now I want to try the other palettes. What is wrong with me? But they're only like £8. Ugh, I don't need more. But anyway, they're very inexpensive. So you can't, like, indie eyeshadow is getting more and more expensive. So I don't know if you want to know if you kind of are going to like indie shadow. This is actually pretty. This is really nice. I think this is really nice. I'm quite surprised and I'm quite shocked because this is better than I expected for sure. That was such a pleasure going into that. All right, so what I want to do next, I think I really want to go into, well, we want to try this, right? We want to do that. I think that will work with the eye look. So again, this is a blush lighter. I don't think it's really shiny though. I didn't even notice that when I went into it the first time that it was a blush lighter, not just a full-on blush. I do think it's really, really pretty, and obviously the cherries are so gorgeous. And I think it's a really nice color overall. Okay, I think I might have done a little too much because I was like, it's so pretty. And then I went in and I wasn't thinking. And now I've got too much going on. So let's just do this. I think let's move on before I sit here for 5 hours trying to fix my cheeks. I'm going to go into the Halo Glow Setting Powder. Not that I need more glow because I am looking quite glowy, but we pulled it, so I like to use the products that I pull from my shop, my stash, you know what I mean? Okay, so I think I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go into this one. This is the Mermaid Magic. I kind of just want to go into this. I feel like the look is calling this type of palette. And like, I know I have said like these are not very good for the cheeks, but these are so pretty. I just want to incorporate them somehow. Am I going crazy? I'm just wondering if I should like add something. These are gorgeous. These are just gorgeous. But I can't, right? I mean, I could. I think I'm going to. I think I need to pick a specific brush though. I'm gonna go into the purple. I'm gonna go into the purple. And I wanna just put it here. It's like a purpley blue. And yeah, look at that. Look, we're just having fun today. This does not have to be a serious look whatsoever. I decided I'm just having a fun look with my makeup. It's not like I'm gonna wear this all the time. Most of these I'm going to be putting on my eyes for this month, but okay, so what are we doing next? Haven't done mascara. I'm just thinking, is there anything else that we could do on the eyes? I mean, I do like the eyes. It looks like they're creasing straight away though, because I'm pretty sure it is because, well, that shadow never really set. So I think that's why. I'm just gonna go in. I'm going in with that gunmetal, a darker shade. It's still pretty though. It is pretty. I do like it. It's just, I think that you probably don't need the cream. All right, I'm gonna go and do my mascara and I will be back. So I do have a new item from Catrice. This one I did get a few weeks ago. This is the Spring Awakening Lip Perfector, and it is more of a peach. I'm not sure it really works, but I haven't tried it, so I would like to. Oh, this is pretty. I like it. Oh, it's kind of shimmery. You know, shimmery lips are in apparently for the summer. And I've been saying I've been loving my shimmery lips. So does that make me a trendsetter? I think so. I've got like really pinky warm tone face with some cool eyes. I like it. Anyway, that is everything that I pulled from my shop, my stash, and I'm excited. I think some of these items are really cool. I'm definitely so fascinated by that Revolution baking powder. Has anyone tried it? Because I haven't seen anyone talk about it, and it did say it was new and then it suddenly disappeared and I can't see it anywhere. So I'm like, am I the only one who picked this up? Because like nobody else is talking about this, but maybe it's only available in EU. I don't know, but thought that was really interesting. I really think this eyeshadow palette is quite good. I'm quite surprised. Obviously, it's a very quote unquote boring color story, or like a neutral color story. So if you're not into the color story, then you probably won't like it. But I'm very impressed by these shimmers. I think especially the grays are very interesting. And this pop of pink actually in the inner corner was very pretty too. I do like this. I think the only thing that I'm not quite sure about is the cream. I think it's very creamy and balmy, but because it is so balmy, it doesn't really set. And for the fact that they have this gray one, what are you supposed to set it with? Because there isn't another gray one to lay on top of it. So had this been a different color, like the pink you can set with, I don't know, maybe this one, the mauve, but this pink looks very pink, like my lip pink, you know? So I don't really know how you're supposed to use the creams. I haven't seen anyone use this palette, so I'm not sure. But I would be very open to trying the other ones, because there was one where it was more like the green sort of like earthy tone one. And that one was originally the one that I definitely want. When they first released them, I was like, I definitely want to try that. And then I never did, because I do have a lot of those tones already in my collection, but I always thought that one was very nice. And then they came out with the bright one as well with all the colors, and I almost got that one too. But this one was on sale, so I was like, it's already cheap and I'm gonna get it on sale. I think this was like €4 or something. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that. The only thing I didn't do is my eyebrows, but that is absolutely fine. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you next time. Bye.